Hi YouTube. The sound in this video may be a bit odd because I have to talk quietly so as not to wake anybody up. Ever since I made my last Gamergate video, I've been thinking more and more about whether or not the movement is actually winning, as some like to claim. Unfortunately, I believe that answer to be no. No, Gamergate is not winning right now. Before you judge me based on this opinion, let me explain. I consider winning in the case of Gamergate to be achieving ethical video games journalism. With that goal in mind, as far as I can see, Gamergate is achieving very little, if anything, right now. To be fair, I'm not active on Reddit or any of the chans with regard to Gamergate, so I'm basing my information on YouTube and Twitter alone. With that in mind, it appears to me that Gamergate is now a community devoted almost entirely to attacking people critical of Gamergate itself. I see very little discussion about ethical concerns or how to make changes in games journalism. Instead, I see almost nothing but people quoting or responding to stupid things said by the other side. What I've come to realize only recently is that this is essentially the win condition for the opponents of Gamergate. The reason many of them said such inflammatory things like comparing Gamergate to ISIS was to get Gamergate supporters so angry that they lose focus of who they should actually be targeting. Note that most of the people Gamergate seems to focus on now have little if nothing to do with video games journalism. My Twitter feed used to be full of people signal boosting good ideas and various operations, reminding people to send emails and avoid giving attention to the wrong people. Now, despite following essentially the same people, my feed is almost entirely devoted to picking apart the arguments and character of people on the anti-Gamergate side. Unfortunately for Gamergate, there's no way to win with this strategy. Say Gamergate manages to completely discredit Anita Sarkeesian, or Zoe Quinn, or Brianna Wu, or Jonathan McIntosh, or whoever else is on the anti-side. Do you think that's going to suddenly make everyone agree with what Gamergate stands for? Will that make any video games website create and enforce proper ethics policies? No. What will happen, if anything, is anti-Gamergate will stop protecting that person and simply keep attacking us. Plus, they'd almost certainly find a way to spin the actions of Gamergate in a negative way, as they have been doing from the very beginning. The way I see it, if Gamergate keeps going on its current path, more and more people will start to leave until all that's left are the people with the strongest hatred of the anti-Gamergate side. If you're a Gamergate supporter, try to think back to why you became a supporter in the first place. Was it to fight against the people attacking Gamergate, or was it to achieve something positive in the video games industry that you care about? Everyone in Gamergate needs to take a step back and think about what they really want. If, like me, you believe Gamergate is focusing on the wrong things and the wrong people, I suggest you speak up. Call out people who are giving attention to the wrong people. Call out people who are engaging in drama and flame wars. In whatever medium you choose to communicate, let everyone else in Gamergate know that you don't like how things are going right now. I'll leave you with a quote that's often misattributed to Edmund Burke, but was actually said by John Stuart Mill. Let not anyone pacify his conscience by the delusion that he can do no harm if he takes no part and forms no opinion. Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing. I personally intend to stay active in Gamergate for as long as my conscience can stand it. Please, leave a comment on this video if you'd like to discuss the future of Gamergate. I entirely support open debate on any of my videos. I'd also like to take a moment to thank those who have subscribed to this channel. Your support gives me the motivation to keep making these videos. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best.